Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Tookie here, of course, joined alongside Sin for the win. Sin, of course, it has been an interesting day. We are ready for our second matchup, YMCA Esports taking on Northern Ascendancy. And what can only be described as, well, we've had Marathon Mondays, we've had When Will It End Wednesdays, and now we
Touch and
have
go
one.
Thursdays.
What is the patch gonna break Thursdays?
Yeah.
Uh, might be a bit too long of a name, but we'll get there. Certainly some interesting moments, some technical issues on the video game side of things that I look forward to seeing how these two teams potentially adapt to. But regardless, as we talked about, and we'll get you guys a look at the standings. As we talked about for our first matchup, very valuable points up for grabs in that matchup. And now, certainly in this one as well, as you see YMCA in 12th and Northern Ascendancy in 14th. And as we've talked about, Sin, you're not that far off from being in the playoffs on 13 points if you're YMCA, but you're also not that far off from being in a relegation battle.
I was just going to bring that out. I mean, them and HV71 are sitting right there. I mean, they're on the cusp. It's just kind of been a surprising season a little bit for YMCA, a bit back and forth where it started to look like they were going to get themselves going. And then, some other things kind of went down. They dropped some more games here and there, and kind of that's that. And it's going to be tough in this first matchup again, as they are going to have a sub on that left wing side.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that we were about to get to, actually, in terms of what we're going to be looking at here. We'll take a look at the team lineups for these two clubs. YMCA Esports, again, taking on Northern Ascendancy. And indeed, for Northern Ascendancy, it is Dillinger with Captain Martindale and Sadapoika on the right, Sparka Romberg and Tonsky on defense, and Supreeks between the pipes. But for YMCA, we have a late change on that left-hand side. I do believe it's Juge, if I'm not mistaken. And hey, if I'm incorrect, then, well, it's a short-term replacement, and it is what it is. That's what we're going with for this broadcast. Captain Angel Kuru down the middle, and Sokolo on the right. Rimpe and Julius on defense, and Bennu between the pipes. Sin, we'll get to our individual breakdowns and get through these quickly, as I know the two teams are, of course, very eager to get going. We look at the center matchup here, and obviously, so far, so good for Angel Kuru.
Definitely. He's, kind of the guy right now for this team. And we've seen that a lot, at least today. The center's sort of leading the way in that regard. But his counterpart right now, Martindale, not exactly what that we know he is capable of as a player, as a point producer, and definitely not something that he'll be happy with. And again, neither guy in the faceoff dot has an above 50%. So a good chance for them to sort of not just work it back in the stats wise, but kind of gain an advantage, at least in this matchup, and get some valuable possession for their team.
We look at the wingers here now as well. Again, for YMCA, you have Juge filling in alongside Sokolo, Northern Ascendancy. It's Dillinger and Sadapoika. Sin, what can you tell us about the replacement left winger here for YMCA?
Not a whole lot, but he played an ECL 9 with the then unlucky boys. So I mean, he's been around the block. With this current YMCA squad, he played 6 games in that season, 4 goals, 2 assists. So he was a point per game presence, and that's about all we know about him right now.
Fair enough. We'll see what he looks like again, especially being called upon on such short notice. The defensive battle again for Northern Ascendancy. It is Sadapoika. Or is it Teahala in the lineup? I imagine it would be Sadapoika. That is at least the information that we have, unless there was another late replacement that I have not officially gotten word about. But at the very least, again, we do still have Tonsky on that right-hand side for Northern Ascendancy, Rimpe and Julius, of course, for YMCA Esports. So, Zen, I'm actually intrigued. I'm not sure if that's an error with Ahula being in the lineup or if it is another late replacement. It could very well be the case. I do know in the case of at least one YMCA player, it is an issue of course, having trouble with the game since the patch came out today. And maybe that is the case with Sparka Romberg as well.
Yeah, well, this is the defensive matchup, so also okay, yeah. So
Uh,
what? Okay, he's saying what is shown is correct. So yeah,
Okay, so that is a change
no
then based
Parker
off of the
Rumberg.
information that we had with Sparka
Yeah.
Ronberg not being in the lineup. So again, another change. So interesting. It kind of evens out then, Sim. One change per lineup.
Yeah, so again, both these guys gonna have to really sort of kind of prove that they're can help this team. Both it could be sometimes it's kind of an injection of life into a team. Sometimes getting a new kind of blood in there in this competitive setting. We'll see what they're able to do in this matchup as both these teams, are trying to dig their way out of a position that they don't want to be in.
Absolutely. And of course, our goaltending duel now as well. Ahola, a mistake, but a happy mistake, a happy little accident, if you will. Uh, that's what we all need right now. It's a little bit of Bob Ross in our lives. It is Bennu against Suprix Sin. Not quite the season we expected out of Bennu so far. That's someone who had well over an 800 save percentage.
No, definitely not. I mean, that's really solid. We've been saying that all the time about Supreeks here. It's just how good he has been pretty much throughout his entire time as we've seen him in the ECL. And he's unfortunately right now, on a team that is pretty far below that 500 mark and in that current relegation position. But Supreeks is doing his part to keep his team alive game after game, doing what he can to keep them as best as he can in a position to win.
So again, those are the lineups here at the very least. Again, late changes, at least for Sin and I, at the very least, for this particular matchup. Again, both teams having to shake things up a little bit, Sin, and it certainly makes the lineups and the matchups that much more interesting when you have these changes compared to the regular six that we would see. And of course, we saw that in the last matchup with Bunka getting his first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, and it worked out, at least relatively well in that situation. So we'll see how it does in this one. Again, you never know what to expect, and it's kind of been that kind of day. A lot of things being thrown at us that we weren't quite ready for. So we'll see how the teams are able to handle that sort of situation and improvise as they go. We will be getting into that matchup pretty much right now, and a bit more surprises here when you look at those X Factor abilities. Not so much elite edges down the way anymore. I think I was seeing some. Well, hard to kind of see at a at a quick glance, but yeah, not just pure elite edges down the
Yeah,
line anymore.
for Northern Ascendancy, we see Tansky and Sada Poiko with Seeing Eye. Martindale loves to run Unstoppable Force. We saw that before. And you have Ahala running Send It as a defenseman looking for those long stretch passes. So we'll see how that ends up working out. Again, we are just about ready to go. The first game of 2 between these two teams that, again, find themselves on the wrong side of the bracket currently. But as Sid and I have talked about, quick things can change. We will be back this Monday, by the way. YMCA Esports will be in action again against top 2 Sabo Esports, and Roots Gaming will take on Goons, a battle of, I do believe, 2 current playoff teams as well. So again, we hope you join us for the start of week 4 this upcoming Monday, 1945 CET, again, 1:45 p.m. Eastern for those of you on the North American side of things. Very much looking forward to that, and very much looking forward to this. YMCA again in their home black unis taking on Northern Ascendancy. And we'll see, again, how this kind of shapes up for these two clubs, again, in very valuable points on the line. As Julius's pass will force YMCA to reset, and a bit of a slow start here. Maybe a feeling out process. Well, maybe not. Sokolo finds a little bit of space on that right-hand side. The big spin just couldn't get that shot off clean as he would have preferred. Puck down low, bounces back. Rimpe can't get that shot through. Big stretch pass finds its way to Sada Poika. Best skating style in the league. As again, he recovers down low. Sends it around for Dillinger. Looking for his man at the point. And Ahala, well, he said in chat a few minutes ago that he felt like we were calling him a mistake. He makes a big mistake there at the very least with that pass going all the way down and forcing Northern Ascendancy to reset. And now he's going to need an ice pack. Rough day for Ahala.
Yeah,
Getting abused in more ways than one.
Yeah, it was a kind of a rough hit right there. As we're seeing a bit more of the kind of neutral zone game sort of play out at times right here, of course, with the teams really unable to utilize that dump and chase to sort of speed things up, kind of reminiscent of NHL 20, NHL 21 here in the European scene with a lot of resets looking for that space. I think YMCA dealt with it pretty well earlier with that quick pass to Sokolo streaking in on the boards. But yeah, it's definitely going to kind of be a an on-the-fly adjustment. So it's really going to test these two teams and their kind of creative abilities in this game.
Northern Ascendancy again trying to gain the zone. Beno able to kick that one away. Rimpe again here for YMCA. They do gain the line. Juge pass over just wide. He also banks it off the side of the cage afterwards. Good look for Angel Kuru. D to D. Big save there. Great job by Saprix coming out to challenge the shot. Again, down low now for YMCA and quickly back to the point. Great movement here for them. Julius gets it back, blocked, bouncing around, and finds its way to Dillinger. Good movement here from Northern Ascendancy in response. Between the legs pass into the slot. And again, just too much traffic. Here's a go-to. Those force passes into the middle, maybe a bit too much so. Good job there by Angel Kuru to get it down low. Juge almost, again, able to work that short side. Keep an eye out for that in this game.
Yeah, trying to, just trying to catch the goaltender off guard right there. We see that quite a bit. Those quick one-timers on the short side, plays behind the net. Even if it's not a wraparound, a quick shot like that can oftentimes either bank in, as we saw earlier with Nicky Dangles in the early stages of the season, or just, create some bounces.
I thought there was a trip drawn there. Not the case. Saprix is able to make the cover. Another face-off here in the Northern Ascendancy end. In week 3 of our ECL Elite Division coverage, brought to you by Wilhelm, Koban Lakritzi, and ST Hockey. Still looking for the opening goal of this contest. Heading into today, number 11, YMCA Esports, and number 14, and of course out of 16, Northern Ascendancy. Both teams with playoff history here in the Elite Division. Looking to be right back into the mix by the end of this 30-game regular season. YMCA earning play at 6-9-1. Good for 13 points with NA at 3-9-4 on 10. Saprix is able to paddle that one away. Again, that low cycle. It's back to the point with Julius and right back down the boards. Yuge again. Interesting pass. Caught everybody off guard. Great poke check here by Satapoika. In the open space. Loose puck again. Bouncing around. Who comes up with it? YMCA do. Yuge again one more time. Sends that one in. Great pressure by Angel Kuru. Yuge one more time. Back to the point. Rimpe. Great movement again once they get established. You can tell what they're looking for, though. That backhand from Angel Kuru had a chance. Didn't go. Pass in front, and they score! What a feed, and what a goal from Sokolo. YMCA Esports strike first.
Just immense pressure coming out from YMCA right there. And that was a great pass there from the corner from Juge there. Finds Sokolo, kind of skitters through. Looked like it hit a piece of something, but still made its way through relatively cleanly. And Sokolo making no mistake from that location. Buries it 1-0 for YMCA.
Great start for them. Exactly what the doctor ordered here. We'll see. Of course, Northern Ascendancy a long time to be able to respond. We'll see what happens next. This puck in on Benu. He'll play it out to his right. We hit the final minute of play here in the opening third of this matchup. Here's Sokolo, has the goal, wants another, draws the trip. Went down like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of those tripping animations definitely still kind of crack me up right there. See, kind of went face first into the ice and into the goaltender's pads right there. It's a good thing there's no button to kind of sell it. It would look even worse.
Face first flop that Ric Flair would be proud of. It was a good set play there. Better save by Saprix. Nearly held in by Rimpe. Bouncing around, final 10 seconds. Rimpe steps up. That one sent all the way down by Satapoika, and that should do it for the first period. And indeed it will, despite the effort from the blue line. 1-0 off of the goal from Sokolo, which we'll get another look at right now.
Yeah, this was just a really kind of a nice play, just stemming from a tremendous job of holding the zone, working the puck around that YMCA was trying to do. They were, we kind of saw what they were looking for, kind of pass to the middle, force or not, and they're finally able to get that by being hungry on that puck. Just an excellent job by Juge, making his presence known immediately by forcing that turnover in the corner, fighting for that puck, kicking it back to the slot, and Sokolo just finishes it off. And you can see by the numbers there, the distinct advantage in favor of YMCA and Northern Ascendancy on the back foot. And I feel like we've, maybe said that quite a bit with them. in the matchups that they've seen, but that's just kind of where they find themselves right now. It's been a struggle for them to be generating the offense they can. The biggest bright spot on their roster has been Saprix, and unfortunately, he's not going to stop everything. And unfortunately, he also cannot score those goals. Northern Ascendancy have to find a way to get that puck in the other end and get him some goal support.
There we go. Now, second period just about ready to begin. Again, the 1-0 lead again for YMCA Esports. Sokolo's 8th of the season. What is YMCA's 17th game? A power play still for YMCA. This one picked off by Dillinger. He's in all alone, and he's denied by Bennu. Puck bounces back towards him off of his own man. Great short-handed bid for Dillinger.
Wow, Bennu right there had to come up big on that breakaway. Not only that, the puck bounced off his own defenseman who was vying to go in. He had to readjust to that as well. A couple huge stops there for the netminder of YMCA, and that could have spelled disaster for them on the power play.
That one sent all the way down as well. And we'll see what YMCA can do. We're back to even strength and an offside pass. Good job for Northern Ascendancy on the kill. Heading into action today, we have their PK listed at 61%. So, job well done there, and it'll certainly help out the percentage.
Yeah, no. I like what YMCA is doing on the break-ins right now. They're seeming to go for a very similar play a lot of the time, and that's to find Sokolo off a bank pass off the boards on that right-hand side, and they keep kind of going back to that. Last time it led to an offside, but for the majority of the time, it's really kind of working for them, and you're going to see a reset here, and maybe looking for that again.
A lot of quick movement, but just not able to find those lanes. Gotta wonder if the dump and chase was available. What would happen? At least the more traditional dump and chase. Obviously, you can still try to sauce it down low, but that's less of a guarantee. Get another shot attempt to flex wide. Good battle for it down low in the corner, and again, Juga is able to come up with that one. Sokolo now on that right-hand side sends it around. Straight into the awaiting arms of Tonsky for Northern Ascendancy. That shot on. Rebound was there, and unfortunately for Sada Poika, he just couldn't get a handle on it. I like this in from YMCA. They're really taking their time, being a bit more methodical with these breakouts. Trying to just cause a mistake from Northern Ascendancy. That spin move, stripped of the puck by Angel Kuru, who leads it up ice now. And just the bump to send it all the way back the other way. Nearly halfway through the second period already. Pretty fast paced to this one. Good interception by Sada Poika. Throws a shot on rebound, scores! That fast. Sada Poika the interception. Dillinger banks it home on the rebound. We're tied at 1.
Excellent job by Northern Ascendancy to get the answer. What we see from two struggling teams earlier to get some success, they simplified their game. Northern Ascendancy does it right there. Just a shot for a rebound, and Dillinger knocks that one home. A huge goal for them to tie this one up here midway through the second.
Excuse me there. We continue on here now. One of those times I think I had the mic muted and I didn't. We continue on now. Brand new game, tied at 1. YMCA right back in on the attack. That shot blocked. And we'll see what Northern Ascendancy can do here. Fresh off of that goal. Maybe looking to go 2 for 1. That shot blocked. Sada Poika. Getting mentioned quite a bit here in this game so far, and rightfully so. That slap shot off the legs of a defender there. Juge tried to send it back in front. Here comes Dillinger again, the between the legs move. Tried to get it down low from Martindale. Against YMCA. Sending things back down the other way. Bit of contact at the line. All fair. Step up hit there from Rimpe. YMCA able to keep it alive. Smart pass to go back down the boards. All the way back up top. Good movement, shot, and a save by Saprix. Completely unfazed by that one.
Yeah, no, didn't even come off that short side whatsoever there. Sokolo took a shot around from the boards, either trying to catch him off guard, maybe even hoping for a bounce to keep it alive, but they do have that offense's own face-off.
Trying to make the most of it there. Rimpe was able to keep it in. Angel Kuru off the toe drag. Just couldn't find a way to bury that one. Great attempt, though. Okay, again. Trying to hold on to that one. Sokolo just getting in the way, causing havoc. Shot on. Bennu the save. Because guy was reacting to the puck going the other way, so a late deflection. Off of some traffic in front. Just like that, minute and a half to go in the second period and an offside. Getting a lone goal for Dillinger of Northern Ascendancy, 7th of the year. Has us all tied up.
And this is kind of a come back in the favor a little bit of Northern Ascendancy in that they're not really finding themselves getting hemmed in by YMCA as much. And that being said, YMCA, you know, maybe didn't capitalize on all that offense's own time as they would have liked, but see what they're able to do here on this break-in.
One more chance. Sokolo holding it on the backhand. 2 seconds. Sokolo has to throw it on. Can't find a way through the traffic. Maybe a bit of a lost opportunity for YMCA, but we'll get a look at one of these hits from Rimpe, showing off those elite edges in the process, I am sure. Oh my god, it's not. It's actually Truculence.
Oh no.
Can you believe it? Dead. The shock of the season. A hit highlighted for Truculence and not elite edges.
Yeah,
it's gonna take us 3 weeks, but we finally saw it.
We actually got it. So 1-1 here as we're moving in, and I've kind of noticed something about that YMCA break, and they're really favoring going in on that right-hand side of the ice there. You know, it's a lot of sauces off the board to Sokolo or Angel Kuru. They'll put 2 bodies over there, kind of hedge their bets at just kind of forcing that puck into the zone. So YMCA definitely sees something over there, which they want to get in the zone. As we get another look at that deflection goal, the shot low opposite pad, and just the juiciest rebound in the world for Dillinger, who's able to kind of scoop that one home. But there's got to be a difference maker here in this next period. And YMCA, favorable in the stats as they may be, have got to find a way to turn it into a few more higher quality scoring chances.
There we go. Third period underway now. And next goal could very well hold up as the winner, but obviously a long way to go before we know for sure. As Dillinger, great job in possession. Better poke check by Angel Kuru to free that one up. And now Sokolo on that right-hand side. Working into the right-hand side a lot. It makes sense. It's lining up with Ahula. Again, replacement player, his first game of the season. Did have 24 games for the club last year. 27 points in those 24 games, but obviously I do believe is more of a forward, as I recall. Poika, the wraparound. Bennu having trouble covering. Another shot on. And finally, Bennu's able to hold on to that.
Yeah, it was kind of a little bit hectic in there. It's always scary as a goaltender when that puck's just kind of sitting in front of you and no button you press seems to work to get to cover that, and you're afraid to hit anything else because you don't want to come off your post.
Face off one here. That shot just wide. Great look for Poika. Ahula, D to D. Tomsky gets that one. The rebound was there. Another good look for Poika. And YMCA desperately trying to get something going down the other way. As Northern Ascendancy getting the better of the play here in the start of the third. Here's Poika. Runs into trouble. Game's able to take that one away. Angel Kuru. A bit of protection, but the pass. Put off the mark. Julius to Rimpe. Back again. Loose puck. Again, turned over in the slot. Good job there by Dillinger to win it back. The spin move off the back of the net. Couldn't intercept that pass. Feed on Angel Kuru. Poke check, though, to knock it loose. A little bit of time taking the reset here for Northern Ascendancy. They're looking for just their 4th win this season. Not able to time it at the line. YMCA will get a chance now going down the other way halfway through this third period. Angel Kuru has it. Julius at the point. D for Rimpe. Slap shot bid broken up. Julius maintains one timer off the legs of a defender. Sokolo not able to interrupt that pass. YMCA down the other way. Big step up here to keep it alive. Net drive, and again, broken up at the last moment. Close calls for both sides. Angel Kuru. So if we get that one into the zone, handled well by Northern Ascendancy, and a risky play. Surprise, surprise. Nothing else extra, Sin.
Yeah, I guess didn't go into the offensive zone there as we see Sokolo battling his way through there to get that shot away, and then a very, very hard pass actually goes all the way back into their own end. So unfortunately for them, that was a great effort by Sokolo to bull his way forward and get that shot off. They just couldn't maintain possession.
I think that's the first time today we've seen that dump animation not result in a looping glitch. Great chance again for Dillinger. That shot on. Puck still in a dangerous area. And YMCA able to handle it on how Kuru is tripped. We'll have a power play if necessary. Julius for Rimpe. And Angel Kuru again circling out. Gets it back to Rimpe. Extra attacker is out. Benu's on. Goes straight to the goal mouth. Ooh. Sokolo not able to maintain possession. 2:34 to go. And for 2 minutes of it, YMCA will have the man advantage. Off of another trip there. I think is that Teahala's second penalty of the game. It might just well be.
Yeah, either way, Northern Ascendancy on the PK. This is a pretty crucial time for them here in the third period. It won't be any slower time or anything like that, but they will have to kill this off. If they start off on the right foot, they get that initial clear here. We'll see how YMCA is going to be able to work it back in.
And that clock for that last little bit of the power play will be slow. Here's Julius. Good movement for YMCA to get it down low. Kuru's pass in front doesn't go, and it's sent all the way down by Dillinger. Battled on. Dillinger tried his best to take that one away. Rimpe has it now. Over front. Kuru tried that one-timer on the far side, and the puck is cleared again. 20 seconds to go. On the man advantage. Great work from Northern Ascendancy on this PK. Ooh, mistimed as well. Another break for Northern Ascendancy.
Yeah, I really thought Rimpe gained that line right there. I'm sure he did as well, as he's just trying to ease the puck over and then hold up as his skaters could get down low. Just simply didn't work out. Kind of a whole lot of nothing right there in the power play for YMCA. So good job for Northern Ascendancy here.
4 seconds to go on the man advantage. Rimpe holds at the point. Stepping in. Rimpe, shot blocked. We're back to 5-on-5. Sadapoika trying to generate speed. He still has it. Sauce is over. Ahola. We know he's dangerous in the attacking zone. Shot from the point. Loose and a big stop by Benu. Denies Dillinger on the backhand with what looked like a wide open cage. That's the Benu that we saw last season.
Just
final 8 seconds.
Job. That's just a massive save.
3 seconds and overtime is on the agenda. 1-1 after 60 minutes.
Game saver, Bennett. I mean, that's just absolutely unreal. And fortunately, he doesn't get the save of the game right there. But you could argue, I mean, that was the biggest save of the game. Dillinger really had him dead to rights on yet another kind of rebound opportunity. There it is right there. The toe save to prevent it from going over the goal line right there. Bennett, just tremendous job to keep his team in that game. That was so dangerous. YMCA had 8 minutes of time on attack. Yes, indeed, they are going to give us another look at it. It was the D pass hit. Oh my gosh, it hits off 2 players off the shot block, then off the offensive player, and the shot attempt from Dillinger just, I mean, not poorly aimed by any means. Maybe could have been a bit more to the left, but even then, I think Bennett still gets a piece of it. Just ridiculous reaction from him. A game-saving save, gives them a chance in overtime, and gives them the point, most importantly.
So here we go. Overtime underway. How long will it last? That is the question. As YMCA are in possession of this one first. Let's see what they can do. The answer's not much, but they do gain it back here. Looking for that breakthrough. Both teams have had chances to get more than one goal on the board. Another chance there off the side. Looked like Bennu had given up a little bit of space on the short-hand side. Any moment like that, any opportunity could be enough for the winner. Rimpe hands it off for Julius. Angel Kuru, the left-hand side, nowhere to go with the pass. And it sounded like you were about to call something out, but of course these teams say, oh, analysis? Nah. Chances. Like that shot there, and a good save by Supreeks.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we've seen this pretty much all game as YMCA really, really kind of methodical and slow on their breakouts. And, oh, what a shot.
Stopped by Bennu there off the one-timer from Teahala.
So
overtime
kind of wonder. Yeah, I was just kind of speculating there if it's YMCA, trying to take more time on those breakouts to, if that's something that they had game plan or something kind of a new today as an adjustment, because obviously with the dump and chase kind of being a non-viable option here, they want to be a bit more careful, manage that puck and try to get those, really secured break-ins. Uh-oh.
There we go. Whatever was going on in that first matchup with the dump and chase, we've now seen 2 attempts that haven't resulted in the same issue. Chance, shot, loose puck bouncing around. And Sokolo has no choice but to just get rid of it. Another big save by Bennu for YMCA. Northern Ascendancy back in on the attack. Round the back, picked off by Rimpe. Good stretch passes here, but Sokolo drops it back. Oh, just mistimed at the line. We'll have another face-off.
Yeah, definitely a mistime there. Sokolo was already almost made his way to that right circle right there. Definitely, I think he was expecting that initial pass and kind of thought he was playing roller hockey for a minute, and there was no offsides, but indeed the whistle blows, and Northern Ascendancy had possession off the draw.
Absolutely, so here we go. That quick out on Helkuru. Not able to hold on to possession. Good hit from Mahalo to break that one up. They send it down the other way. Sadapoika's going to win that race. Space on that left-hand side. And trying to go around the back, and they do. Dillinger's there. Goes to the point, and a rocket pass that Ahala could not pick up. The disadvantage sin of being a right-handed shot on that left-hand side. So obviously you can't put your stick on the boards.
Yeah.
You get that opportunity at the very least to hold the puck and get those one-timers, but those pickups can be a little bit more tough.
Yeah, they absolutely can, as we are seeing a pause coming out. One of these two teams taking the timeout. Can't remember if either team had paused it before, but nonetheless, a bit of energy back as we have 7 minutes left in this overtime here. And you can see the advantage time and attack-wise for YMCA, but Northern Ascendancy, the ones more willing to just throw that puck on net and honestly dominating the face-off battle. Martindale, a great job in this matchup against Angel Kuru, and that's gone a long way to help get him some extra possession here, but that just also goes to show you how well YMCA has been doing with the puck, managing that puck, is that even though they're at a severe disadvantage in the face-offs, they've been able to get that puck back from their forechecking, forced turnovers and counterattacking.
YMCA doing a good job there of holding the line. Northern Ascendancy offside. Again, sudden death overtime rules. We'll stick with this for as long as we have to. We still have the second game coming up between these two. Of course, a later start to our broadcast here today. For those of you that joined our coverage of a little bit of FIFA action earlier today, we hope you enjoyed that. Angel Kuru for Rimpe. Again, now you see why it's Sports Gamer, not just NHL Gamer. Because again, involved in a lot of things. Interference there, no call, no icing, so I suppose it evens out in a sense. 3.5 to go, and again, YMCA will take their time. Puck dumped into that far side corner. Miscommunication, perhaps, between the two forwards. Rimpe can't hold the line.
That's a bit unfortunate right there, and it looks like perhaps it's when you dump and try to chop it afterwards is when the issue kind of comes up. So through us seeing them experimenting once again with the dump and chase, we might be getting a slightly better idea of what's causing those sinking issues.
Sometimes it can just be anything as far as my understanding. You never quite know. Sokolo not able to pick that one up. Angel Kuru does, though, to keep it alive for YMCA. Pass in front doesn't go. Not sure if Supreek's got a piece of that one. What a job there. Juge, again, the late replacement, keeps it in. Tried that short side shot. Angel Kuru gets it across. Decent looks. Here comes the counterattack for Sada Poika, and it did not last very long. Right after the word here. Really wasting no time. Looked like there was a trip there. Guess it was contact. As Northern Ascendancy looked to get something going. And they do find a little bit of space. Dillinger, the goal scorer for NA in this team. Has it down low in the corner. Pass in front, bouncing around. Angel Kuru able to skate it out of traffic. 1 minute to go. Pass to Rimpe. Shot, rebound, still bouncing around and around behind the goal. The outlet pass for Sada Poika just doesn't go. YMCA back in on the attack. Sokolo. Finds Juke, gets it back. Now to the point. Julius for Rimpe. Rimpe stepping in. Doesn't let it go. What a shot! What a save by Supreeks! Absolutely robbing Sokolo on the sharp angle one-timer.
How the heck did that one stay out? What a play by YMCA, but a better save by Supreeks, stretching out with that glove hand and just snagging that one, as that was for sure destined for the back of the net.
Both goaltenders making clutch saves here to keep this game going. Certainly won't be able to blame a goaltender for a loss in this situation, but somebody's got to lose. Just a question of when. We could be here for a while.
As unfortunate as it may be for both these teams, who are playing very well against each other, pretty even matchup, all things considered, and just, about 20 seconds left here in this first overtime, and still have not found a winner.
Down the other way. He gets past a little bit off the mark. He gets it back. Tried to find Sokolo again. 6 seconds. Julius for Rimpe. Rimpe shot it just wide. Pass again in front, and a big save by Supreeks at the buzzer. Double overtime inbound.
I'm not too sure if that one would have counted there, but it was a big blast from Julius that he just casually gloves up. So seeing a bit of a goaltender duel here as this game has gone on. Both Bennu and Supreeks have made some pretty huge saves, and both of them you could argue game saving. The one near the end of the third, and that one, of course, from Supreeks in this first overtime. It's we got ourselves a game here. It keeps getting more and more even. YMCA kind of even those shots up just a little bit. 14-12 now in favor of Northern Ascendancy. So we're getting another look at this. It's a tough angle, of course, but
wow.
Yeah,
right to the post, but still
a great save.
Might have been in,
yeah,
but
just maybe.
Just maybe. I don't know. Is there something in the rule book where they can argue that? I don't think there is. I bet they wish that there was. Second overtime underway here. And a quick net drive. Supreek's able to keep that one out. Incredible stuff. And both goalies putting on great performances. Whether or not the puck actually crosses the line, well, hey. What are you going to do? Oh, man, Sada Poika off of that pass. The big shot and a bigger save by Bennu. Great snap on that wrister. Easy interception there for Juge again. The late addition to this lineup. Intrigued to see if YMCA do make a change after this one. Great play by Angel Kuru to keep it alive. Gets it down. The pass in front again broken up.
Yeah, these slot passes simply aren't working for YMCA. Northern Ascendancy collapsing with about 5 individuals here. That being said, what a pass up.
It's Juge again, the late replacement. Saved by Supreeks. I think he wanted to pull fully back to the backhand and just ran out of space.
He did. He ran out of space, and well played for Supreeks to play that side, because when he was going to spin around, that's kind of where he could have really shot from. But that being said, if he just had that little bit more space, he could have pulled it back to that backhand and beaten Supreeks. What a play there by Juge there. Just unfortunately for him and unfortunately for Rimpe, it didn't work out. He tried to slap a slap pass opportunity as Sokolo was streaking up the ice. And as happens oftentimes as a defenseman, your slap shots along the boards don't want to cooperate.
Hold on to your hats with that amount of wind. On a nice level. And YMCA taking their time on these breakouts. Well, as we say that pass off the mark. Martindale. Not able to get that pass through either. In overtime number 2. I believe this is the second game that we've had go to double overtime this week. Sanho Kuru goes for the wraparound and loses it. Dillinger. Kick it back to the point again, gets it down low. Good movement, good shot. Again, those odd angle chances, we've seen opportunities out of them. That shot just wide of the glove. Another good look for Dillinger. Martindale back to the point. D-to-D shot. The flex glove save. Flashing the leather is Bennu to keep this game going.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we're seeing some of those wrist shots coming with some major velocity. And then that one from the point a bit slower wasn't off balance, but the deflection came from Satapoika. Bennu still gloved it.
Here we go. Down the other way, it is YMCA. Driving into the attacking zone there. That pass from Martindale off the marks. And just out of the reach of Julius, all the way down under 6, or just about under 6 minutes to go here. In the second overtime. There's the dump and chase. Sanho Kuru drops it back. That slow, methodical pace. Again, they send it over to that right-hand side. Handled well by Dillinger. Frees up Satapoika. Scores! The double overtime hero, Satapoika, scores. And Northern Ascendancy will walk away with that extra point. Gigantic win for them.
Absolutely massive, a huge stretch pass after a YMCA dump that perhaps didn't go as deep as they wanted. Turned into kind of a almost a near turnover at the blue line, and that's what sprung him for the breakaway. The leading scorer right there for Northern Ascendancy, you can see with that gold helmet, beats Bennu there in double overtime. And that will be Northern Ascendancy walking away with that oh so important extra point there. So what an effort by them to just stick with it and, you know, just counterattack, because the YMCA at times were getting, you know, a lot of zone time. The problem was Northern Ascendancy's collapse was so good that YMCA couldn't really get to the slot, and I feel like they didn't utilize the point shots or the point passes quite enough in that matchup there. And, you know, only having one goal with that 10 minutes of time and attack in the 14 shots is, you know, definitely not what you want out of that situation.
Again, we will get another look at the finish from Satapoika. Stays on the forehand, is able to kind of look Bennu off on that attempt, gets the win. As a result, a huge victory for Northern Ascendancy. And Sin, as we talked about, their kind of precarious situation, entered this game third from the bottom in the league, only above Conquer and Djurgården. And needless to say, that will help them out drastically in the standings. A huge victory for them. And for Örebro, I'm in a tough situation where a bit of an opportunity is lost to kind of gain ground on the likes of ZSC Esports and IQ, who currently would find themselves in the playoffs today off of point percentage if the season were to end. So, again, one of those situations, they at least get a point, but man, that extra point, it's so valuable for every team.
Yeah, and that's a big asterisk on you know, if you're in that playoff position, you're in it today. You know, just that it's so hectic in kind of that middle of towards the end of that playoff bracket. It's changing daily. I mean, Goons was up there. I believe Goons is at one point in like 4th near the beginning of the season. They find themselves now in 10th, but as you said, technically would be in the playoffs based on point percentage. And it's just so many kind of balls are up in the air right now. They're all going to kind of come falling down here as we get through this half of the season and get towards the end.
Absolutely. So with that, everybody, we'll take a quick break here. A quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back for the second game and the fourth and final of this broadcast. Don't go anywhere.
Loistava vapauttava syöttö ja sen jälkeen ollaan karkumatkalla. Minkälaisia ratkaisuja tulee? Tämän kaverin nimittäin on ollut todella kylmän viileä näissä paikoissa. Kilven räpylän puolelle kummalle tulee liikkuvat taakse kiekkomaali! Ja Wilhelm jälleen kerran nakkikioskille. Smokey Bites ja Snacks ovat tuoneet hienosti lisää leveyttä Wilhelm joukkueeseen.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
All right, everybody. Again, a big thank you to our friends at Wilhelm, Kouvolan Lakritsi, and SD Hockey, of course, for sponsoring this season. A gigantic win for for Northern Ascendancy, over YMCA in double overtime. That, again, Northern Ascendancy, it's just their fourth win on the year. This is a club with prior playoff experience. As we said, they missed out last year. They were looking to get back this year. Very intrigued to see what we see because, as you mentioned, for YMCA, they tried some different looks, but a lot of the times it just seemed to continue to be force the puck into the slot. And, not every, sometimes that works. Sometimes other teams know what's coming and they're still not able to stop you. Other times the lucky bounces are there. They simply weren't on that occasion.
Yeah, and you can really see towards the end there, especially Northern Ascendancy was collapsed so low in their own zone, and there's just no space. And YMCA just kind of kept going back to that. And at that point, you have to make that adjustment because no team really in this division is going to give that up. Once they see you going for that, they're going to collapse heavy. So that's why you need to kick it back up to that perimeter, back up top, try to get those D-to-D passes and maybe a shot on through that because if they're collapsed, you're not going to get a shot through, but they have to go pressure those points, at the same time. So that's why those horizontal D-to-D passes are so good to kind of mitigate some of those guys in the shooting lanes as well. So I'd like to see a bit more of that from YMCA in this next game, and I think they can find some more goals for it.
Absolutely. Now, we, of course, do have word as well for YMCA, kind of as expected, at least prior to some of the issues that had occurred with the patch that was released today. JM will be back in the lineup for YMCA. Of course, he has played every single game except the prior, but he will be in their lineup, Juge stepping out. So we are looking forward to seeing him back in the lineup. And Sin, there you get a look at his contribution so far this season.
Yeah, and he's been great. With those 16 games played, the 18 points, 45 shots on net, 59 hits. That is a man who does it all for this YMCA team. And they did get a point after that. And I did like Zuga's game, but, JM kind of a bit of a spiritual leader on this team, really kind of brings that mentality and sort of leads by example constantly for this YMCA team as that's a lot of heads.
That's a lot of people. It's a real mirror match in a sense.
Hey.
All right, we are ready to go for our second game. And again, our final game of this broadcast. We do thank you for those who have been here. It's been a very interesting day here to wrap up our broadcast schedule, of course, in terms of match days. As, again, we will have YMCA there, an incorrect Conquer logo on the screen. We'll get that fixed for you. There we go. But again, you have the YMCA Esports side in their road white jerseys. Northern Ascendancy, the home team, and in on the attack. And a huge hit there. Rest in peace, Sadapoika. Scores the winner and gets his receipt. Here's Angel Kuru. Over for JM, and that pass nearly went through. Banked off the back of the net by Sokolo. Julius to Rimpe, back to Julius. Good block by Dillinger, who's able to recover the puck and lead things down the other way. Dillinger looking, can't pull the trigger. Second chance to sweep it home. Sokolo was able to get a piece of that, I think. Asada Poika tried to sweep that one home. And YMCA again will try to settle things down. A pretty hectic start to this game.
Absolutely. I mean, that was pretty scary there from Benu. It was a D-to-D shot that was blocked, kind of floated up in the air, and Dillinger it just popped right on his stick. That was able to generate the counterattack back the other way for them. But YMCA trying to get into the zone right now, but Northern Ascendancy saying no.
Here's Sadapoika, has the option with him. Dillinger's pass went back just a bit too fast. Wrap around bid. Benu able to make the save. Sin, that's what I'm noticing, though, with a lot of these quick passes is sometimes you're like, okay, you're outthinking the opposition, but at the same time, you can almost pass it too fast to the point where the opposition is still in position to make the play because they didn't have time to react to the first pass.
Yeah, that was exactly what happened right there. I think the correct play was Dillinger to receive that pass, try to drive towards the net, draw the defenseman over to him, then bake the pass back if that was necessary. It's kind of a situation where they had something that they wanted to do in mind right there, and it didn't work out simply because, the defense didn't react to it as quick as they wanted to do it.
It's Julius again, good movement with Sokolo. He'll send it around for JM. Gets it back. Again, good movement, but can they get a result out of this and find the game's opening goal? Shot, rebound, scores! There it is! Picture perfect positioning for that rebound. JM back in the lineup and back on the board. The team's leading scorer strikes again.
Sokolo trying that odd angle shot. Once again, we saw him do it a couple times in that last game. That's the rebound that perhaps he was looking for, and JM right there to clean it up. YMCA with a quick strike. That's exactly what they needed here in this one.
Good way to bounce back again after dropping the opening game in double overtime. We're halfway through the first. Let's see how Northern Ascendancy respond. Dillinger bumped just enough. Let's see, Julius here. Head of steam for the defender. Charges into the corner. Okuru is able to pick it up. Goes back to the point with Rimpe. And that quick cycle work from YMCA. Rimpe for JM, the one-timer. And unfortunately, the delay in the shot allowed Saprix to be able to handle that one quite easily.
Yeah. Just going to say that looked like a buffered shot to me, but a good job by YMCA taking more right now of what the opposition is giving them instead of trying to force the issue in the middle. I think that's going to lead to a lot more chances and a lot more at time in that offensive zone. And sometimes, especially with that lead, the best defense is a good offense. You can just maintain possession in your opponent's zone.
Race for the puck. The YMCA will win. Rimpe, dangerous game, but he does survive it. 6 minutes to play now here in the first. Angel Kuru, bit of space behind the defense. Great poke check. Julius recovers it. YMCA Esports still in on the attack. Julius, the fake slap shot, makes a move. Shot on, rebounds there, but just out of the reach. If any teammates that were around, this one poked further down. Angel Kuru handling that well, but knocked free by Martindale. Only momentarily, though. Martindale, that pass into the middle, nobody home. Often how a lot of these plays work out. You notice pretty much at every level of competitive sixes. A lot of times people look for a play rather than adapting to what's there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Julius at least drives that one into the attacking zone momentarily. 1.5 minutes to play. Martindale. Good protection. Stripped away. Final minute here now. Jam, the goal scorer. Again, missed that first game due to what we'll label some connectivity issues. Slap shot from Martindale. Nearly caught Bennu there. Good blocker save. And Julius will wind down the clock. So a 1-0 lead for YMCA Esports. Good way to bounce back after that game one loss. We will get a look, though, at some of Rimpe's physical contributions, including this just absolute massacre of a hit.
Yeah, that was a great job by him trying to prevent that wraparound. Doesn't quite do it, but he absolutely steamrolls him. He'll think twice maybe about coming around that side of the net once again, as you saw a quick look at that rebound goal from JM. And once again, YMCA start off in a good way. They get, the time on attack advantage. The shots are relatively even as we see Northern Ascendancy, just willing to kind of fire that puck on. You saw from Martindale at the end of the period, just nice kind of slap shot attempt. I like it. He wasn't in a bad shooting location. Sometimes you just flat out beat a goaltender. Wasn't able to do it on that one. But again, I do like that mentality from Northern Ascendancy. They're going to have to make the most out of their time. And if you don't have enough, well, take that shot if it looks half decent. And that's exactly what they did. And hopefully we'll see a bit more of that here in the second. Try to find that equalizers. For YMCA, you want to kind of continue what you're doing with your advantage, but try to get more of those scoring chances and keep taking what the opposition is giving you.
Second period underway. Closer prediction this time out as well, as we've noticed, but here we go. Quick and early chance for YMCA, at least with the zone time. dominated that so far in this game. Good interception to take it away, though, by Tonski. Now Kuru, though. We get that loose puck back. Rifles it around. Julius keeps it in. It's a big hit for his trouble. JM, the cut in front. I love the creativity. Here comes Dillinger. Has Sadapoiko with him, but YMCA will recover. JM again on that left-hand side. On Hokuru gives chase. Great job there by Tonski to play it up to Sadapoika. Good movement again. Here's Martindale. That pass in front doesn't go. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Northern Ascendancy. To maintain possession here. Interesting. Fortunately, it doesn't work out in terms of actually holding the puck properly. Here's Sadapoika. Throws it off the pads, and again, YMCA there to take it away. Here's JM. Head of steam. Looking, throws it short side. Saprik's able to make the save. And now Northern Ascendancy. Not able to time it well at the line. Offside call.
Yeah, they're going with a lot of these kind of horizontal-ish, like cross-eye saucer passes, which can be great if they work out, but also if you're a little bit off with the aim, especially at the blue line, it can lead to a lot of offsides and a lot of turnovers here.
In trouble at the blue line. YMCA in possession. JM just couldn't hold on to it. See, he was hoping his guy would reach for it. But he was trying to turn into the left there.
Sit down.
Big hit one more time. Here comes Rimpe. Able to find JM. Back over for Rimpe. Tried to shovel one on. And Sokolo sends that around to keep it in the attacking zone. YMCA will elect to reset and allow Rimpe to drop back in defense. He would have had the pressure there. Might cost him, though. Dillinger has it. Rimpe's able to take it away. Gets it right back, though, off that turnover. At the point. See what they can do here. Dillinger goes for Martindale. Ahola at the point. Slap shot. Too much traffic. Puck kept in the attacking zone. Sadapoika for Martindale. Shot saved by Bennett. Rebound scores! Good things happen when you throw the puck on goal. Especially, Sim, when you have people in the right place at the right time. Dillinger has another one.
Yeah, that's been him, Johnny, on the spot, just being able to grab those pucks in those sort of situations. I think that's his second or third, maybe, goal off of a rebound look, and Northern Ascendancy being rewarded for, just kind of throwing that puck on net. They get the game-tying goal right here about, just over midway in the second. Huge time for them to get that. See if they're able to get into the zone quickly and get some more.
Absolutely. As we continue on. Tie game now. An icing call will present perhaps another opportunity for YMCA, or excuse me, for Northern Ascendancy in the attacking zone. Here we go, off of this face-off. Intrigued to see the numbers. It is a victory for Angel Kuru. As Julius circles back. YMCA not really interested in playing the trap game. They do dump this one in. Angel Kuru. It's interfered with, but still comes up with it. Forces the save by Saprix. Here's Sadapoika. Chance on the short inside. I love Sadapoika, Sim, because it looks like he's skating while holding the right stick all the time. His arm's just up and prepared. Yeah. As it's Northern Ascendancy again. Tonski, the big spin, turns it over. Angel Kuru can have a little bit of trouble with Ahola. That pass back, loose puck, just wide of the post. So close there. Just drive the net and see what happens. It nearly paid off for YMCA. The puck scored it just wide. On that right-hand side of your screen. Final 2 minutes now of the period. YMCA having trouble clearing. A lucky bounce there will send it back to the neutral zone. Northern Ascendancy, interesting moment there. Puck in zone for the moment. Sokolo. The follow-up pass that finds its way to JM. Kuru for Sokolo. Julius, Sokolo can't get the shot off. Still fighting for it. It is Dillinger who comes up with it and will kill the clock. 1-1. Heading into the third period here.
I'm extremely perplexed at what happened near the boards right there. It looked like Sokolo did R1, L1 and went down to a shot block animation. And it did look like he made contact. Could have kind of tripped someone up. No call either way. That was just a very, very interesting play there at the end. I'm sure he was expecting to get the puck and maybe try, I don't know, some kind of deeper between the legs type thing. I'm not too sure exactly, but either way, kind of went down on his belly there. And don't let the in-game overlay fool you. It is indeed 1-1, as you can see there on the scoreboard. Once again, YMCA with the advantage in that time of attack, but Northern Ascendancy willing to throw the puck on, got rewarded with a goal because of it. And that's exactly kind of what's been the difference maker here, is we're going to get a look at it. Just a pinball puck right there, off skates, off sticks. And finally to Dillinger, who is just kind of guides that one in with the backhand. So kind of been that kind of day. A lot of different bounce goals happening, a lot of rebound goals happening, a lot of just throwing the puck at the net, hoping for good teams, and sometimes getting rewarded for it. So we'll see if Northern Ascendancy wants to continue that and what YMCA is going to do to try to get that one more goal.
Third period underway here. Again, the final game of this broadcast of our Week 3 coverage here at Sports Gamer. Of course, sportsgamer.gg. Or you can still use the old NHLgamer.com link, of course, to find all the info that you need, not only on the Elite Division, but, of course, all of the divisions that we have going on here within the ECL, including our Pro Division, where you can see a lot of guys like this before they make it here to the big time. You can tell that talent level can still often carry through. That was a big save by Bennu. Again, tremendous stuff from him that we have seen over the past season and a half. A bit too aggressive from JM. And Sin Northern Ascendancy will have the chance here on the power play.
Yeah, he did such a good job on that forecheck. And then that just, unfortunately, like kind of after he made that initial breakup with the poke, he kind of got carried into the boards. And as he poked turning around, we see that so often as you poke when you turn around, your stick is kind of flailing in there and it gets into the skates. But face off, despite being one, sails past Deahala there. Back.
Chance there. Short-handed pressure by Sokolo just to wind down the clock. Not exactly what Northern Ascendancy was looking for, but they are in the attacking zone. Good drop pass. Here's Dillinger. Drives the net. Tried to go 5-hole. Bennett was all over it. And the puck is sent back. Good shot by Angel Kuru to get them right back in on the attack. Here's Dillinger. Trouble, though, with Julius, who sends it out off the skates of Sokolo. Great PK work here from YMCA Esports. As we are nearly back to 5-on-5. The offside call there will pretty much assure it.
Rimpe, even after the whistle, taking runs at people right there. And Martindale lets him know. He's like, he got up just fine. He gave him a little bounce, letting him know that it's just okay with him. They got the power play still. We'll see if they're able to generate some kind of chance here. Nice tie-up, and they will gain the zone.
And the pass in front. Big kick save there by Bennu. Again, Sin, that's why we see teams go for those passes in front, because when they work, it's high-quality scoring chances. But here's Sokolo now down that right-hand side. Kicks back to Julius at the point. D-to-D block. Julius gets it right back. Finds Sokolo. Down low for JM. The spin. Couldn't get the pass. Angel Kuru was tied up. Love the creativity that we see from some of these guys. JM is one of them.
Oh, what a hip check right there on the forecheck from Sada. Poika just takes out Julius back there. They're not unable to get the turnover because of it, but Sada Poika is just a wrecking ball on that forecheck.
Here's Julius. It's funny. It registered as a big hit. You could tell with the line there, the audio cue, but Julius never even fell to his feet. He's just that strong. As this Northern Ascendancy, we are halfway through this third period. Again, an overtime victory for Northern Ascendancy in game number 1. Doing their best to crawl closer towards a playoff spot. You have YMCA in the same exact position. Both teams with playoff experience in the past. They have undergone some lineup changes, but talent level certainly there to get back. The problem for them, this elite division, is competitive as it's ever been, if not more so. 7 minutes now. Again, YMCA will take their time and settle things down. That pass intercepted. Let's see what Northern Ascendancy can do. Martindale gains the line. The pass just Just sneaks over the blue, though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was an excellent job by Martindale. Controlled skating, controlled stick work there. If Dillinger was a lefty, it goes in, but oftentimes, you want those opposite side wingers. Yeah, it's just a kind of a handedness issue on the pass aim.
It's off the back of the net. Handled well by Ahola. And Northern Ascendancy struggling to gain the zone with consistency. Good hit there at the line. Dillinger couldn't get it, but Martindale does. Martindale for Dillinger, and that may have clipped the post.
It absolutely did. What a shot.
So close yet so far. 3 minutes to go. What a play for Sadapoika. Couldn't get it to the far side. And Sokola just sprints his way out of the coverage before taking a hit at the red line. Dillinger again. He'll send that one down. Martindale back for Dillinger. Couldn't sweep it home. Bennu able to cover. That puck still in a dangerous spot.
Yep, Northern Ascendancy really kind of turning it on here towards the end of regulation, looking for that go-ahead goal here with just a minute 20 left. This third period feels like it's flown by.
That shot again blocked down by the traffic in the slot. Here is Sokolo for JM. JM still holds it. Anokuru can't maintain possession. Sadapoika has a chance. like he's late for a meeting. The arms just kill me, man. They kill me.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I love custom skating things. Like, it can look so weird. I once saw someone playing with like their stick out almost all the way when they would sprint, like one hand on the stick. It's just
yeah.
completely hilarious. Some of the looks you could get for it, and Sadapoika there, just just like that. I'm late.
God, put out a Mr. Business t-shirt. All business, Sadapoika. As the timeout there, we are just about ready to continue. Next goal at this stage, you can comfortably say it'll win it. It's just a matter of how long it'll take to get it. Chance there perhaps for JM. It's picked off the line. Scores! Disaster for Northern Ascendancy. Angel Kuru scores the goal with 39 seconds to play.
I can't believe what I just saw right there. I think it had Saprik. Something must have happened there. He was not reacting whatsoever. It must have been maybe packet loss, a lag spike, or something. But that's completely unlike Saprik's right there to just not react in that way. I don't even think he came off of the.
He did say nice lag in chat. Unfortunately.
Oh no. That is
goodness.
Just completes a day where everything that could go wrong seemingly kind of has go wrong, and you hate to see that, especially in this sort of and the teams are going to just we'll see what
intrigued to see what's going to happen here as they play it over the glass. Looks like they're gonna talk this one out, Sin, and figure out exactly what they're going to do. An interesting situation here. Of course, we have seen examples of some fair play, but at the same time, you refer to the rule book and it's just a tough break. And we do have a disconnect here as well. And we will wait to see what the outcome of this is going to be. Don't want to make any assumptions on what that disconnect might be and if it might be in reaction to someone's opinion or not. So we'll bear with us here for a moment as we wait to get clarity on this situation. The late goal from Angel Kuru, and it's right out there in the chat. You saw it mentioned. Saprik's a gigantic lag spike in Sin. That was the first thing you noticed before we heard him say that, was that he just didn't move.
Yeah, and that's not like anyone here, and especially in this sort of a scenario here. I mean, he moves to the left, and that tells me, and then that's complete lag spike. There's no really other. If he didn't move whatsoever, someone can make the argument, oh, he wasn't paying attention, maybe his controller disconnected, which is more on the player itself. That's just a really rough scenario where we've had syncing issues, and that's a huge, massive lag spike. I'm guessing probably some packet loss because he might have been able to sort of see the play but not react to it. So when he slid a little bit to the left, that's what he would have maybe initially done off of the face-off and how it situated itself. But once the second it got back down low, he would have instantly moved back to the right, squared himself up to where that puck was as it was bouncing in that slot there. So really rough break. I'm not too sure how this is going to be handled here, but there's have been a lot of improvisation and a lot of troubleshooting today, to say the least. Yeah, not too sure how this is going to go.
And an interesting one. Again, we are waiting for word behind the scene in terms of how this is going to be handled. And again, we will see. We might indeed have to throw to a little bit of a break here until we get official word as to whether or not this game will continue and potentially again be essentially competed under an overtime format, or if that is indeed it. So we do apologize for the disruption, of course, but it is that balancing act of what the rule book states and what it doesn't. So we will throw to a brief little break here, and we will be back with the official word as to what's going to happen. Again, the action might not be done here today, so stick with us. All right, everybody, welcome back officially. As has been pointed out in the chat, of course, we are going to continue on. A good bit of sportsmanship from those involved. This game is not yet officially over. The teams are just about done getting back to where they want to go. Again, the situation, as mentioned, has been fully explained in the chat. So from our perspective, things continue on as normal. Both teams are about 30 seconds away from ending up with a point at the very least. As in, here we go. We see the teams just finishing getting the clock down to where it needs to be before we continue onward here with this game. And hey, we are ready to go. So the face-off, as planned, will be in the Northern Ascendancy attacking end, just like it was before that issue.
Yeah, so it will be essentially the 30 seconds of real time with about this 2.5 minutes here that they'll play out.
Here we go. The quick shot saved by Saprix. I wish whoever has to track the stats and input them for this game a lot of luck. That's going to be fun. Sokolo for Julius Rimpe. Great movement. JM loses it on the poke check, and here we go. And they wanted that extra time to equal it out to what is essentially a real-time 30 seconds. Final 10 seconds here. Sokolo back for Julius. Rimpe for Julius! And it's in! But it's being waved off! Come on! Is that going to be a goal? Like, it was going in if he didn't hit him.
Yeah.
Then what's your take?
What a wild game. It's not going to be a goal, but it should be. It should be a goal because that's clearly going in. But yeah, the slightest amount of contact with the goaltender, we will go to overtime. Just a weird day keeps getting weirder here, and that was about as weird as it gets. The shot, it'll count as a great save as well because that was the only save that was made. Oh no, never mind. That was another shot. Okay, thank goodness. I thought it was going to show the puck slowly bouncing over him. That's so bizarre. It was deflected. It bounced up. It hit his shoulder, goes over. He reaches back. His arm hits it in, but someone makes contact with him, and it becomes goaltender interference right there. As YMCA had the puck in the zone pretty much the entirety of the.
They did. Northern Ascendancy didn't make a pass, so they had possession the entire way through. We're gonna get one more look at it. This was to be the winning goal with less than 2 seconds left. Multiple deflections off of his shoulder in the net, but again, there was contact by Sokolo to take it away. Overtime is on the agenda for the second time in as many games. And if it didn't feel like Northern Ascendancy was meant to win, God, this is your third live. You're a crab, not a cat, so don't push your luck. Let's see if you can win this game. Here in overtime, again, Northern Ascendancy. Home team in this one, YMCA. Nearly own goaling it. That's an interesting... I don't know what to make of today's broadcast, and I don't even know anymore.
Spin the wheel. Just spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on is what's going to happen here. That's about how it's gone today.
This is the Department of Player Safety of patches. Sokolo able to get that one to Angel Kuru. Julius at the point, stepping in. A wrist shot blocked down. One-on-one here. Sadapoika versus Rimpe. Sadapoika shot. Bennu makes the cover. Face off in the attacking end for Northern Ascendancy.
And guess who was right there on the doorstep looking for that rebound? That was Dillinger. But the puck just didn't quite squirt out for him.
Off the draw, one by Martindale. One timer blocked down. Good look for Sadapoika. There's the quick out, handled by Ahola. Now Martindale gains the zone, at least momentarily. Dillinger having to try and chase that down. Quick out for YMCA. And the puck in the attacking zone. Jam's pass intercepted. NA going down the other way. The dump and chase. Both wingers on it. Handled well, though, by Julius. Northern Ascendancy. Dillinger unable to handle again. Two incidents on Helkua right down the middle. Scores being waved off.
And that one probably is going to come back. I mean, he was kind of pushed in and guided in.
I thought
but
it was own goal, to be honest, like the contact, but I'm pretty sure a Northern Ascendancy player put it in. We continue. I have a beverage here with me. I need it to be alcoholic at this point. As Northern Ascendancy in possession. We've called it Marathon Mondays. When will it end Wednesdays? Time for a psychiatrist appointment Thursdays.
Yeah, therapy Thursdays.
There it is. I couldn't get it, but there we go. We officially have a name for Thursday. Thank you. You're a little bit more in your right mind than I am at this point. Oh my God. We continue on. I hereby decree when these two play each other in the spring season that we can have somebody else fill in for Sin and I. They can have this broadcast. Don't worry. We'll share the wealth. It is Julius in possession for YMCA. First overtime. Of course, they went to double overtime in the first game. That happened about 6 hours ago for those of you that were watching the broadcast. Ahola able to handle that one. A little bit of danger from Martindale. Not able to maintain possession. Again, the slow and steady, methodical approach for YMCA. In terms of trying to break down that neutral zone trap. Sokolo has it, bit of space. JM back to Rimpe. Julius a shot. JM bouncing around, and Saprix is able to find it and cover.
Yeah, if I'm a YMCA skater, I'm scared to get too close to the goaltender there because it just seems like your shooting animation is going to drag you into him and negate yet another goal. But they do have an offense's own face-off here. Going to try desperately to find a goal that will stick.
As here comes Northern Ascendancy. Dillinger on the off wing. Poked back to the point. Tonski and the shot blocked down. Good back pressure by Sadapoika. Martindale. Looking, gets it for Dillinger down low. Holds on to it, weaves his way through before losing the puck. Double team pressure. Of course, again, we technically won't have the real-time final 2 minutes until this game actually goes to overtime. Right now we are in what the game is going to register as the second period because of the restart. That one's sent over the glass.
Come back into the neutral zone right there. As YMCA trying to get a dump kind of going around the boards, maybe end up near the back of the net where they could fight for it, box in one of the defensemen there, but have to reset with a neutral zone face-off, and they win the tie-up.
And a trip is called. Ahola to the box. Sokolo fumbles and stumbles. Actually, it's going to be Martindale to the box. He was covering for Ahola, excuse me. Misread the 19 as a 10, so the captain of the box, the centerman to the box as well for Northern Ascendancy.
Yeah, quite the animation there as well. He fell right on his backside, but big chance here. Aggressive face-off for YMCA on this power play.
That play, big save by Saprix. Denies JM, who maintains possession. Sokolo Back for JM. Looking. Shot, glove save by Supreeks. Tried to go to that far side.
Yeah, not a bad look right there as we're getting down to 10 seconds left here in this first initial overtime period. We do still have another chance here.
Off the tie-up. Recovered. Julius for Rimpe. Back for Julius. Fired wide. And double overtime is on the agenda here. For the second time in as many games, as we'll get a look at a save here by Bennu a little bit earlier on in that OT.
And I'm sure to everyone's joy, if it does go down to the last minute in this one, it will be a real-time last minute at least. So we do inch closer back to reality here, as today has been anything but staying close to reality. YMCA, good job though. Again, they're really seeming to be able to establish their attack right here through all the resets, and with that power play as well. You can see this shot just kind of going through, somehow finds its way through all the sticks, bodies, legs right there. Oh, unfortunately, it does hit one of the defenders at the very end right there. That one might have been going in with the way it looked like Supreeks was moving, with a bit of a gap that would have been there on that blocker side. You never know what could have happened right there, but YMCA hard pressed to get this game winner. 2. Yeah, that's right. Count them, 2 goals that were called back in this one.
Second overtime underway. Again, the power play here for YMCA to kick things off, looking for the winner. It is Sokolo for Angel Kuru. Nearly caught Supreeks swimming around. Puck is sent down. 30 seconds to go on the power play here for YMCA. Julius gains the line. Rimpe for JM. Shot, scores! So we end up where we left off. YMCA wins it in overtime. JM returns to the lineup and scores the double overtime winner.
Just an absolutely monstrous shot right there from JM. A good job of kind of waiting, baiting a pass, and then ripping that one to short side. Supreeks, not a whole lot he could have done about that one. A perfectly placed shot. YMCA will indeed win this one in overtime. And just, wow. I mean, what else can you say? That was just a good effort by YMCA, just sticking with it from all the disallowed goals. And what a day it was for Sixes.
One of the most, if not the most bizarre broadcast we have ever had here in our time with NHL/Sports Gamer. We will get one more look here, I do believe, at the game-winning goal, although you never know exactly what they're going to look at. But over the line. And intrigued to see what they see here as the play, and the puck ends up at JM, and what a shot this was, as you said, Sin. Perfect.
Yeah, just really nice as he was cutting across. It made Supreeks begin to move, somehow eludes that poke right there. I know that skater looking like, I'm trying to catch the number, that's either Dillinger or Martindale, I believe. Not going to be happy about the way that one ended up there. But it's just kind of sort of how it goes sometimes right there. Good shots can find the way into the back. And then that's what that one did right there. And YMCA, perhaps rightfully so, after first scoring on a lagged out goalie, which they then reset, and then scoring twice, having him recalled for goaltender interference. They finally get that true game winner here in this second game and put a merciful end to what has been what can only be described as a bizarre broadcast day here at Sports Gamer.
With that, everybody, I'm due for a nap, and all of you that are more local to the scene are due for bed. Get some sleep. It's late over there. Sin and I will be back this Monday again at a regular time, 1945 CET. YMCA back in action after getting the victory there in double overtime. They'll be taking on Sawa Esports, Roots Gaming against Goons. Again, that is coming up this Monday. Make sure you join us for that right here at Sports Gamer GG. Again, sportsgamer.gg for all the information, of course, that you need as well. You can catch Sin everywhere at Sin for the Win Productions. I am everywhere at Tuki24, including my bed. It's nap time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. We will see you next week. Good night, and I mean it.